Guys, welcome to the Lone American Podcast. It's your boy, the Lone American. And this is Sunday, July 12th of 2026. And the breaking news and politics around the world. Senator of South Carolina, my home state. I grew up, raised in South. I left South Carolina after high school to go in the military, join the United States Navy. This some bitch here, Lindsey Graham, have finally went to go see his father, Satan himself, for good. This warmongering piece of shit who loved Israel, he loved war, he loved dropping bombs, he loved everything but his people in America and basically the people he's supposed to represent for the last 20 something years in South Carolina. I don't understand how this man still, he wanted primary just a few months ago as well, which is sickening in itself. Donald Trump, who, when he came out be MAGA, called out these warmongering neocon some bitches like Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, and stuff like that. John McCain, who's gone as well, like that. He called them out. But all of a sudden, MAGA 2.0, Trump, the second term, has been kissing up to Lindsey Graham, supporting him, campaigning him while he's basically shitting on Thomas Massey and real Americans that want to get the job done like he campaigned for. So Lindsey Graham, this man, no family, no kids, just the love of dropping bombs and warmongering across the world. It wasn't a war that he won champion or get hard for. So man, no family, never was married, loved going to Tel Aviv every time. Now all of a sudden he died of a sudden illness and had a heart attack. I could tell him like this. I hope he rests in piss. I hate to be like that, but take this son of a bitch. He make evil look good. Evil this man been and been calling for genocide in Gaza Strip and dropping bomb in Iran. But at the same time, how? What? So what was this man? What legacy did he come for dropping bombs, pushing for the Iraqi war? He wasn't for America. He said himself before he died.
The anti-Seminites, to all the isolationists, I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day.
I'm with Israel until my dying day. So the good thing about it, he's finally getting zero for APAC in the military industrial complex. Finally, in his entire aesthetic life, this man, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff like that. Donald Trump, his approval rating and stuff like that. What's going on around the country like that? Congress passing the housing bill that Trump said he want to veto without the making pass act. I mean, election law. That's not gonna happen. So the morning we are dropping more bombs. Iran and America going back and forth. Iran have finally closed off the Strait of Hormuz again. So best we are going to feel that while oil prices are still going on. So at the same time, me being alone in America, I want to call out the bullshit. Seem like we got too many Americans pacified, dumbed down, fat, saturated with drugs and poison and shit. We got to do something. Me as a lone American, my podcast, my rebranding here, I'm going to call out all the BS. I'm going to call out the bullshit. I want people to start thinking, start researching what's truly going on. We have to, as Americans, we can't keep letting these evil people keep doing whatever they want to. And like I said, end of the day, the younger generation, more Democrats are banning America and her values. This is why. Not just Democrats, young Americans, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, young millennials, they see what America was and it was supposed to stand for and what it's not. The older generation kicked the can down the road, kept stealing the wealth from their kids and grandkids. Like the younger people now in their 20s or under 30, like, what future is there for me? The last 30, 40 years, we have shipped all manufacturing jobs and really anything require making and doing anything made in America, we ship them overseas. We chipped manufacturing, warehouse. We shipped it all over to make any damn thing. We don't even make our own medicine here in America. So what is the job there to be? The bullshit job that it was is going away. It's going to AI. It's going to some immigrants. What future is there for the next 20, 30 years? And this is why I do this. What real jobs and careers can young Americans have that want to flourish and want to start making families and buying houses and buying real estate and investing in the American future? So this is opinion piece from the Hill here. More Democrats are abandoning America in their ways. Yeah, most Democrats are definitely going socialist or communist. But how, at the end of the day, can you blame them? As America turned 250, national pride should unite us and said one party have turned its back on the country. And it's not just one party. I'm not gonna just shit on the Democrats. Because I was mad at all this Republican, the GOP, they turned their back on the American people as well. So really no political party is really for America and definitely not for the American people that's supposed to represent. So at the end of the day, Democrats are leading the Democrat Party. Shit, the younger Republicans are well leaving the Republican Party, GOP. Because if Lindsey Graham is not a new MAGA face, now I know he passed away, and Trump had basically pissed on all the MAGA base that really got him to the two elections, and he basically told them, "Oh, Jeffrey Epstein was the host. Oh, no new wars. We're gonna start World War III with Iran. Hey, Russia, Ukraine. I'm gonna end first day. I get sworn in the office. We're going on 2 years, and that war is getting worse. Oh, I'm gonna bring gas prices and electricity prices down. Gas prices are gonna be under $2. It's now $3, $4, $5. Gonna go push there. Energy costs is going up. Inflation is going up. The big beautiful bill is spending trillions of dollars instead of cutting the fat. Doge is supposed to cut government waste spending. It only grew 2, 3 times, and they told Doge and Eli to get the hell out of DC. So what future is it, guys? I want to be clear. I want people to think. I'm not going to shit on the Democrats. This is opinion here, and this is good because this goes for both parties. Why can you blame any American to leave when they see no future in America on the Democrat Party or the Republican Party? Let's just read a little bit of this. Let's read this a bit. Like I said, we just celebrated 250 years as a nation. And I don't see another 250. I don't see another 2, 3 years of where we're going. Let alone trying to make it to another 250 more years. I don't see another 2 years on the rate spending, the inflation, the new wars with Iran pushing that. There's no what future is it? Damn it. Combining gallows, extremely proud and very proud response. 93% of Republicans report high pride in being American. And most of those 93% Republicans are boomers, are older 50 years, over 50, that love the neocon, that love Lindsey Graham, that love Fox News. The 93% that so-called still Republican or MAGA are 50 and older. They watch Fox News like religion. They eat all the slop. They want the wars. They want more and more and more of the baby boomer generation. And that's the only thing left of the Republican Party. That's why 90% oh, they feel proud to be American. Yeah, I bet they do. In contrast, a humiliated 27% of Democrats feel the same way. Only 27% Democrats feel the same way. This isn't a gap. This is all record low for Democrats. Like I say, even the record low for Democrats. Of course, back in January 2021, when Gallup first asked the question, 92% of Republicans and 87% of Democrats called themselves proud to be American. So back January of 2001, 92% Republicans and 87% of Democrats said they were proud to call themselves Americans. And we know what happened in 2001. This was January 2001. We know what happened in the January, end of 2001. Basically, the real fall of America happened later that year, 2001. You get the hint, and it's all done by our own people. But we're not gonna get too deep that hell on YouTube. But we'll catch that another on podcast, probably on Rumble or on Kick. And the divide existed even then, but both parties could still claim to love their country. That is now over. It would be a mistake to blame the White House throughout the Obama years. Republicans stayed prouder of their country than Democrats. Republicans don't condition their love of country on who sits in the Oval Office, but increasingly Democrats do. So Democrats, if their party now, if they're Democrat or the person they voted for not in office, they don't care. They want to burn it down. We know that, but it's been growing more and more. Like I said, President Hussein Obama was the true chosen horse to finish off the divide of America. He came in the first black president and stuff like that. But the racial divide finally got to a point in his 8 years that got us to a point where I see no return. The racial divide was always a central topic to talk about. But the 90s, early 2000s, it wasn't bad. We was united growing up. Like I said, 2001 before, January 2001, we were divided. We were body united more than ever before sudden 9/11 happened. And then Bush kept getting worse and those crazy elections of 2000, 2004. Then Obama came in and the racial divide started from day one. And it's all done on purpose. Now we're to a point as we're worried about we are never going to unite as first as Americans. But the racial divide, of course, was there. Of course, the sex drive, men versus women, the feminists push that. All women are better than men, and they got to champion that. Then the gays and the straight, they made us divided so much in so many different subcategories that and they made sure we could never unite when the bullshit started like we are now. And like I said, I'm not gonna go to this whole article, but the divide is there. The older generation, probably over 50 plus, 55 plus, they still have way they look. They still have something to go off of. Anybody under 40 don't. Most people under 40 don't have homes. They got to live. Most people under 30 and under living back at home got to live home with their parents. They can't afford rent. They definitely can't afford to buy a house because there ain't no jobs out there. And it's all done on purpose. And like I said, but now with just that, let's keep going here. The air conditioner war with data centers. And this is the big thing here. The data centers, the front cameras, the surveillance state that they're creating where we got to keep going. This, like I said, Americans are already feeling American. Feel like the American dream is just only a dream. There's no future for them. And now they have to deal with the data centers and the cost of living and energy crisis. The energy crisis that our own government is creating by going to war with Iran, get the Strait of Hormuz closed, all shortages. We are basically selling off our reserves to trying to fuel the world when we're the low. Now we don't have for any real mercy. Now we don't have enough oil fuel to live off of as a country, as a nation, because these dumbasses are selling off our siege reserve the oil because they dumbasses are bombing Iran, who's closing the Strait of Hormuz. And they're bombing the Strait of Hormuz, trying to get it reopened, which they can't do. They don't have no control of that. So now your energy costs, the gas prices gonna keep going up. Who gets the electricity? Data centers, homeowners, renters, or legislative business? The question and answers become more important as global warming, rising temperatures, and sometimes cause spikes in air conditioning use as the East Coast is experiencing. Yes, I'm in the state of Florida. We had heat advisories and the heat feeling like 115, 110 almost every single day for the last week or two. And it's just the beginning of July. The hottest points of the year here in Florida is really August and September. Why is June and July so hot already? Well, point we got heat advisory, we got to use AC nonstop. And yes, it would be hot, but never this hot. Never this bad off so early in July when we know end of July, August, September are even going to be hotter and worse with temperature and heat. but it's already, but so the heat on the East Coast period is only getting worse. While they cut down every damn tree, they're pitting up all these data centers that nobody wants. They're pitting up this damn concrete jungle that's not been bringing more heat and storing more heat. It's bullshit. But we, the people, out. Temperatures are not just rising around the world. Significantly, they are rising quickly in parts of the United States. In March, when many cities across the West posted record high temperatures, the East Coast is currently experiencing the same problem. Air conditioning is used so high that cities like New York are warning blackouts and allowing people to throttle back, cooling down the hardest part of the day, usually between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. United States leads the world in the number of data centers currently in the use. The future just shy of 4,000, with the current figures at 3,960, according to this article here. The UK is a distant second with 498. China's figure is only 365. So why are we so pushing so many data centers? We have almost 4,000 data centers. The next distant country is the UK with only not even at 500. China is at 365. And China is a big nation and have way more people, but they are only at 365. And most of their data centers, they are put in the oceans. Not on land, not stealing resources on land. They're putting them in the ocean, in the water, to keep them cool. Why put them on land? Keep them in the water. Put them in the ocean. They got to worry about cooling off and using water that's right there in the ocean. But no, we're popping up data centers left and right everywhere we can. That is bullshit. The U.S. ranks second in air conditioning units with 375,000. China is first at 569,000. However, China has a population of 1.3 billion people. The U.S. only has 349 million people. So let's say that's the fact. We have 375 air conditioning units with only 349 million people. Now, China's number one, 569,000 units. But like I said, China has almost three times more people, or damn near 1.3 billion people. So something's got to give. The challenge may be impossible to fix in the near term or even the foreseeable future, which is the U.S. grid is weak. Yes, we have updated the grid in forever, but we keep plugging shit and adding new shit to it. With technology rising and shit, we never updated our infrastructure grid or anything like that. But we got money for wars. We got money for everything else. We're paying taxes for people who send money overseas, country getting our money tax free. We're paying to feed the immigrants who keep coming out taking from us. Real Americans that need help can't get it and shit. We're feeding low-lump Americans that sit in the system on that sit in the system for years, that's stealing welfare for years and shit like that. But we can't update our infrastructure and into the grid system. That needs to be upgraded. Haven't been updated probably in decades with an S. The U.S. emergency. So what's that? Natural gas is up by 43%, coals up 16%, wind turbines are 10%. It's not going to be enough. But they're scared to use nuclear energy. Nuclear energy this would help out, but no, we can't have that. Let's read this. So let's listen to this. Nuclear energy, but everybody's scared of that N word, nuclear, for some reason. I don't get it. Nuclear energy will help out.
Your monthly electric bills might feel manageable now, but that could change dramatically by 2030. New peer-reviewed research from North Carolina State University and Carnegie Mellon reveals that AI and data center growth could push electricity costs up by 57% in some regions and 6% to 29% nationally. This isn't some distant climate projection. It's about the bills hitting your mailbox within 6 years. Data centers and cryptocurrency mining could consume up to 20% of U.S. electricity by 2030, roughly powering California twice over. Unlike Netflix or gaming, these facilities run 24/7, creating massive demand that grids weren't designed to handle. Virginia residents already know something's wrong. In Northern Virginia's Data Center Alley, these facilities now consume more electricity than all residential customers combined, 21% versus 18% of total power usage. Local analysis suggests energy prices may need to rise 25% to 70% by decade's end, with some scenarios predicting bills could double or triple without.
Mind sharp, focus locked.
Yeah, and like I said, it's only going to get worse, guys. These data costs, like I said, they're slowly already affecting people wallets and a light bill, electric bill now. 2, 3, 4 more years. We're all gonna be paying the price. People are already feeling the pinch. People are working paycheck to paycheck if they have it. Even if they work 2, 3 jobs, they're still making struggling to get by. Most people just can't find reliable or any decent job to do what they need to do. We on debt, student loan debt, this loan debt, credit card debt. We in debt to hell. And now, like I said, paying bills out of the pot, paying bills or bills. And you got to say the inflation, we keep printing out money, we keep starting this war. This war that I run is still what almost 100 some days, 3, 4, 4, 5 months going forward, costing billions of dollars every day almost. We can't keep paying this cost. Then they popping up. Let's say we all got our country alone got almost 4,000 data centers. That's criminal. The data centers, the drones, the front cameras. Our electrical grid is not meant for all this. And yes, the people are going to pay for it. This is why it's so important that we push back on all these data centers, all this surveillance state they're pushing. They're doing this because who's active for this? Who's active for all these data centers? Who is active for all this front cameras everywhere to track your whereabouts? Who? Are the people voting for this in their local cities? No, they're probably not. We're allowing these people to push this through. And like that, now the housing bill got passed. And Trump is going to veto it, but now that's going to be.
Declined to sign the measure because Congress had not yet passed his Save America Act. So what
Yeah,
exactly will the housing law do? CBS's Ali Bauman has been looking into that. She joins us from New York. Ali, good evening.
Good evening, Tom. This new law aims to increase the supply of affordable housing by removing regulatory barriers and streamlining environmental reviews. It also bans large investors from purchasing more than 350 homes. And it comes at a time when buying a house is more expensive than ever.
So the house is almost 1,800 square feet, which is great.
29-year-old Jake Bradarzen is searching for his first home in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. He's been living with his parents to save money.
It's like discouraging because it just feels like the prices are constantly going up. The interest rates are going up.
The median price of an existing home in the U.S. reached a record high last month, now over $440,000. It's part of the.
And Trump said he don't want to lower the cost of housing. He wants it to go up so he can protect his baby boomers and their investments. He don't want the housing prices to go down. He wanted to go up. He wants to still protect his baby boom, his base, which is everybody 55 and older that have houses and have any wealth in this country. So fuck anybody under 40, fuck the next generation. He still want to protect the baby boom and their investment. He want prices to go up.
Nation's ongoing affordability crisis, exacerbated by the war with Iran, economists say, which has triggered a rise in inflation. Inflation has also helped push up mortgage rates. The average rate on a 30-year mortgage now nearly 6.5%. All of it playing out with too few houses on the market.
We really need to see about 30% more inventory to truly balance the market condition.
Lawrence Yoon is the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors.
For most people, there were large concentration of their budget is toward housing. And consequently, housing is a...
Convert video is 130 times faster with the converter tool in the new
Realtor Nina Colligan is trying to help first-time homebuyers navigate this turbulent market.
I feel so sorry for so many buyers, who are out there overpaying in their mind for a house. But look.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, even trying to look in the house, most see homes that's on the market. Baby boom, whoever bought them 20, 30 years ago paid maybe what, 50,000, 70,000, 80,000, and now they're trying to sell their house for $500,000. Like, come on. They ain't count the property taxes and everything else. God forbid it's an HOA fee or anything like that. Your interest rate, like I said, no less than almost 7%. This is how can anybody afford this? They are pricing out young people to not only buy a home, but to even start a family. That when they say you won't own nothing and be happy, they mean that shit. This is why this housing to not have these corporations or all these companies buy up all the homes or foreign entity to buy up all the homes and rent it out. That should never been allowed. But you can say this law, even though they pushed it without Trump vetoing it stuff, not gonna stop nobody. The SAVE Act is not gonna pass. Nobody wants it. Even though Trump fight for it and stuff like that, it's not gonna pass, and they know that. And Trump know that, but he's gonna keep fighting the base. And the approval rate will keep dropping them on white working class voters. This is no higher. This is how bad it is. MAGA, like I said, no, like I said, it's dead. If you're not old boomer or some neocon that want war and go to Iran, 50 years, but Iran's been a boogeyman for the last 50 years. You want nothing to do with this. I voted for Trump twice, and I like never again. He told me go fuck off after the Jeffrey Epstein files and client list was a hoax and it was made up by the Democrats. I was done. He told us to go fuck off. So I was done with it, man. So it's like, let me see if they got the numbers in there. Yeah, CBS poll May found 54% of white non-college voters disapprove of Trump performance, up from 32% in just February of 2025. That disapproval hits 49% in June. NPR, PBS, MAC this poll, and 51% in April, Fox News poll. Among rural voters, a June found 48% disapprove of Trump, up from 34% the month after he returned from office. Yes, the numbers gone. The client study given that white working class voters were pretty stable support between 2016 and 2020 for Trump after turning Republican since the early 1990s. The main driver of the disconnect is higher prices for necessities like gas and food, pushed up by the Iran war and tariffs. Yep, the tariffs as well. Another tax on the American people. And only people got rich from that but his cronies and himself and his family in office and the corporations. Another tax that the American people had to pay with tariff bullshit. Make no sense. While Trump won't be there in the November ballot, growing disapproval could bleed into GOP midterm fortune. Yep. The midterm is coming up. I don't even think it matters because then it don't matter come November because who knows where our country will be the next 4 or 5 months. If we keep going the rate it is, like I said, make it 250 years, we might not make it another year or two going this path of divine and what's going on. So I want people here in the Lone Mega Podcast, we have to get them facts, evidence, and we have to make the hard choices in life. Because what's going on now, we can't keep going this way. We can't go down this path. And that's why I'm here on the podcast. I'm going to call out the news. I'm going to talk the news. And I want people just to be like, what is truly going on? Why did it get this way? How did it get this bad? And what solution, is there any, to try to right the course of this ship? That's all that I'm going to do here, guys. So let me know. Lindsey Graham, bye-bye. Peace out. Mitch McConnell basically probably Williams too in hell with fucking John McCain. They all neocons can all celebrate with their daddy Satan tonight in fucking hell. But that's all I got for you guys on this Sunday, guys. June 12th and 2026. Let me know in the comment section what you think, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video.